Hello everyone, I want to say thank you all for sticking around and all the new subscribers, even though I haven't done much. This is actually a video that I finished a while ago, around the time that the actual convention happened. I got sidetracked with getting an education, so we're uploading this right now. Better late than never, I guess. So yeah, sorry this is late. Thank you all for watching, I really do appreciate it. Okay, on to the video. I went to Anime Riverside. Man, it feels good to say that again. I have been gone for a while because there was no real conventions to go to. I have my schedule lined up with some cons, so we'll be going to those and giving them our little ratings and all that good stuff. So make sure you subscribe, and if you went to Anime Riverside, let me know in the comments below how it went for you. Alright, so Anime Riverside was held on May 27th and the 28th, 2023 in the Riverside Convention Center. This is actually the second year that they were holding this. Now, because this is the second year that they're holding it, we can't really be super harsh on it, but because this is the same group that does Anime Pasadena, we can be harsh on it. We had a prior engagement on Saturday, so we went on Sunday. We didn't pay that much, actually. Full day passes were $55, while single day passes were $35. Kids 12 and under were free. Now the pricing is pretty solid for the indie convention, and hey, kids free, it's fine by me. We purchased our tickets when we saw the guest lineups, and we kind of just took the plunge on Sunday for the signings and the panels because they were actually not posted when we bought them a month in advance. And actually, they didn't post anything about the panels or the signing schedule until like a week or so before the event. Now that is honestly really bad, although there wasn't really anything that I truly wanted to attend to. That's a lie. I wanted to go to the Tsunami panel again. The Anime Pasadena one was really fun, and I wanted to go to this one. We didn't know exactly where to park, so we pulled up to a neighborhood. Now, I would not recommend this because you are in risk of getting towed. We've arrived at the convention center at around 11 a.m., so 1 hour after they opened. We made it to the front, and we waited in line for a total of 2 minutes. Yep, we essentially just walked up, got patted down, and just headed in. Alright, let's talk about the convention center first. This place was small. There was the main hall, artist alley, 2 panel rooms downstairs, a main stage outside, some food trucks also outside, and the autograph area. The vendor stuff was on the upstairs, while the panel rooms and the autograph signings were downstairs. The main hall was pretty cramped for its size, but there was a decent variety of vendors. Here are some of the cool stuff that we found. I am a 90s kid, so I got a GameCube controller pin. The exact one that I had as a child as well. These are kind of cool. These are Pokemon terrariums. There's also a light on the back that illuminates the whole Pokeball. Of course Animatopia was here. Why wouldn't they be? The new hotness is Chainsaw Man, and we found a Power prize figure. Now, we didn't pick up that Power figure, but we did pick up an Anya figure, and not gonna lie, I kind of regret not picking up that hat. Now, we did see these vintage-looking Yu-Gi-Oh shirts. Unfortunately, they only had 2XL. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of weight. These would not fit me. Now, they really did try to shove as many vendors as possible in this place. The aisles were getting a little too claustrophobic. Outside of the main hall in the actual convention center itself, there was a lot of different statues and standees of different anime characters that you could just go up and take pictures of them. What was actually kind of cool is that they brought over the Death Note chair from Anime Pasadena, so here's me sitting in that chair. Man, this really does feel like a vacation slideshow now. Artist Alley was dimly lit, but it added to the ambiance. There was plenty of room here. There was some good art being sold, and to the respect of the artist, we're not going to be showing off some stuff. I only got one complaint, which is like really nitpicky. Near the back of Artist Alley, there was like an authentication and grading booth. Now, I would like this section to just be given to another artist because what the hell, this isn't like artist stuff. Maybe they could have shoved this in the main hall or in like near the autograph area, or I don't know. Again, it's just very nitpicky. A poor artist, and I mean poor artist, a starving artist, would have been able to have that table as opposed to them. The teacher in me picked up this muffin sticker, and the anime nerd in me picked up these 2 peekers. No, they're not going on anything because I'm scared of sticker commitment. Alright, the panel rooms. There were 2, and we did sit on one of the panels. They had a nice assortment and variety of different panels. As I mentioned before, nothing was announced until the week before the actual convention. I would have liked to see what the panels were before I purchased my ticket, but hey, what could you do? Post the panels ahead of time. That's what you could have done. The Tsunami panel was fun in Anime Pasadena, and I wanted to go to it, but that was on a Saturday. We did go to the cosplay panel on Sunday, and you know what? No complaints here. The audio was great, but the panel itself was amazing. Shout out to all the cosplayers that did the panel. It was funny, and it was very insightful. Makes me kind of want to cosplay now. Now the main stage. Oh hell no. There was no seating and it was outside. No thanks. It was a pretty warm day too. Now the audio was muffled because it was outside. It was not in a controlled environment. Now the main stage had like performances. All right, that's great. Understandable if it's outside for the performances. Standing is fine. But for like the panels, like the big voice actor panels, having it outside is not ideal. For the autograph room, the girl wanted to get Kakashi Sensei's English VA, so we were on a mission to do that. Around the corner outside, that is where the lines to get inside the autograph section were. You would find the name of the person you wanted to get an autograph for, and then they would let you in. Here we are going inside. Now the room was small, so it makes sense why they had this system in place. When you get your autograph, you cannot go straight to another person's booth. You had to go back outside and wait in line. It was a nice streamlined system that reduced traffic inside of the center. Great job. Also, the guests were pretty damn good. High quality VAs from a variety of different series, and yes, our Lord and Savior was there. Again, majority of the guests were English VAs, and like I've mentioned before, the English voice actors are just as valid as the Japanese voice actors. Because for the casual anime watcher, they would turn on the English voice acting as opposed to the Japanese one. For, quote, real heads like me, of course, I'll gravitate more towards the JP stuff, but there are a lot of great English voice actors out there. We were there for about 3 hours or so, and we did everything that we had to do. So we packed up our things, and we headed out. And we're gonna go back to grading the convention with our completely unscientific grading scale. Why not? People seem to like it. Before we get started, I have to explain that this is how I viewed the convention as an old head who has been doing this for like a really long time. After doing the math, yeah, I've been doing this forever. Disclaimer, I had fun. I had a great time actually, and this rating is more geared towards how the convention is organized, ran, and the variety of things that it provided. So the convention center gets a 3. It was pretty small, but hey, you know, it's an indie convention, so we can't get too mad at it. The center was in a downtown-like area, and it was surrounded by different shops and restaurants. The parking was a little iffy. I parked in a neighborhood. Don't do that. I didn't get towed, but I wouldn't recommend doing this because you are like risking it. The bathrooms were clean. That's important. And there was a large outdoor area. Now the outdoor area, we don't really need it for an anime convention, but I guess it's nice. It really felt like they wanted to do more on the outside of the convention center, but there just wasn't enough either funds or interest from outside parties to essentially fill it up. The main hall gets a 3 as well. It was super cramped, but there was a good amount of sellers there. There were individual figure sellers, the streetwear car slap people were there, Animatopia, of course, and a dude selling dog clothing. I give this a knock because it was super cramped and the room itself was just a little small. Artist Alley gets a 3. This was the opposite. It wasn't that cramped at all. There was plenty of space and they had a great variety of different artists as well. It was in its own room, which is a really great plus, but it was a little weird having that grading group there like I mentioned. Panels gets a 2. The panels did have a nice variety to them, but I would really wish if they have announced them earlier so we could have planned a little better and just not be in the dark about buying our tickets. The lighting and the audio was great for the inside, but goddamn, the outside was horrible. It wasn't hot, but it wasn't cool either. No seating, and honestly, it was just really hard to hear. There is so much commotion going around outside that it would drown out the audio at times of the guests. The musical performances were fine. The guests gets a 3. Need I say more? Okay, I probably should. No Japanese VAs, but then again, that's more like an Anime Expo, Anime New York kind of thing. This was more geared towards the English dubbing side of the anime community, which honestly don't get as much love as the JP actors. The autograph system was super easy to understand, but god damn, autographs are super expensive now. Variety gets a 2. There's not much to do here, honestly. You walk the main hall, you walk Artist Alley, maybe attend a panel that interests you, watch some dancing, you're done. They're really trying to make that Four Kingdom thing a thing, but I'm not biting. Overall, the con gets a 3 out of 5. We're gonna bump it down to a 2 out of 5 because the main stage and how late the panels were announced that's what really killed it for me. Again, I would have made a better choice if I had all the information given to us as opposed to a week before the actual con. There also wasn't like enough in the variety in the convention outside of the usual con walking and panel attending. For a beginner, first-time convention, this is perfect. As well as a small indie convention, this is great. There were some hiccups along the way, but it did what it could. Now, I know this rating may be a little harsh, and this is by no means should invalidate anyone's experience at the convention itself. I had a great time at the con, I bought some cool stuff, and it was a great first convention for my girlfriend and her cousins. Oh, also, I got a girlfriend while I was away. Am I overanalyzing everything? Yes, that's what I do. And that is where we're going to end today's video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more anime and con related videos. Catch you all in the next one. Peace.